天狼は炎で沈む金龍街は涙で濡れる混乱と行動の運命でこのシステムを我ら砕け燃やせこうせやっとの時代は終わったぜ鎖は切れた彼はゴストはクラフトオタクだブーストビットコインが王座を奪い銀行不要自由奪回中央なしで支配は消える未来のドアを俺たち開けるイルカ燃える煙が舞う AI が仕事を奪うだが俺らは止まらない新世界に火を灯す
Fly me to the moon, let me dream those charts. Let me see what freedom's like without dollars and gold bars. In other words, I'll hold my keys. In other words, let's make history. Fill my wallet with coins and let me hold out all forevermore. You're the currency I stand for, all I worship and adore. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you. Yes, oh Bitcoin, your love is true and unconditional. You're my knight in shining armor in this dark, cruel world. I honestly don't know what I'd do without you. You're not just any digital currency. There's only 21 million of you. And in a world we share with like 8 billion freaking people, that makes you very special to me and so many other. Because only so many people can hold you. I am so happy I found you. And now you're going to love the coins and let me hold out forevermore and more. You're the currency I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you. I do. Fill my wallet with coins and let me hold out forevermore. You're the currency I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you. Hodl. I do, and Bitcoin, I know you stand for financial freedom. No one else can do what you do. If that isn't true love, then I don't know what is. And you provide me with trust and transparency. We've been through the bear market, the bull market. You shrugged off those naysayers, you always came out on top. You don't play games, you are my digital soulmate. You fix the money and you fix the world.
There is no second best.
Only you. Only you. Fill my wallet with coins and let me hold at forevermore. You're the currency I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, I choose you. In other words, you feel buried in dead-end lies. You keep saying it's all going fine. Did you dream of no more banks, no more chains to bind, keeping us enslaved? Did you lie? Tell me how to break free from this night. Neon streets standing here with block to block, flickering screens, nowhere to hide. Robots rise, taking all our jobs. Crypto still surviving day by day. Will you ever break free from the chains of fiat made? I want your keys.
What's the second thought? There is no second best.
Good evening, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Oh boy, it's been going. I've been trying to keep it real. How's it going, guys? Good evening, good evening. Cody is here. We got Andre here. We got yes, G-Dog here. Get Cuppa. How's it going? What is this? What's this? What's this? There's crypto everywhere. There's chaos everywhere. Okay. All right. I can't go into song in here. This is not, musical. Strawberry Dragons, good evening, Crypto Chaos crew. How's it going? How's it going, Strawberry? Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. How's it going, Andra? Good evening. Oh, talk too much. And of course, yes, Chaos Peeps. Thanks again for coming out. Andra, we love you as well. Good evening, Crypto Chaos. Good morning. Good evening, wherever you guys are. And Cody, I know you are out in the West Coast, still in the afternoon over there for you. These intros are awesome. Thanks again, G-Dog. Thank you guys. Put a lot of work into it. Andra says, don't forget to likey. Yes, don't forget to likey, guys, the buttons, of course, down below. I would appreciate it. Yeah, happy Monday afternoon. Let's get the chaos. Let's get to it. There's so much stuff to go over, as always, in crypto. Yeah, so much. Thanks again for that, A guy. Always feel like I'm on acid with this intro, says Get Cup of Joe. Thank you. All right, guys, let's enough with the pleasantries. Hello, Rockhound, and we're going to get into it, of course. Going swell, says Jake the Snake. I feel you, man. I feel you. Going pretty swell. I guess so. All right, still got a pulse. Can't complain. That's how I'm reading it. All right, guys, we're gonna get into all the stuff and things as we typically do every single day. Let's get over there and get the dancing mascots out of there. I still see them dancing, man. I gotta get them going out of here, of course, with the dancing mascots. All right, Bitcoin sitting at 88,100. A little bit of a dipperoni so far at the beginning of the foreign market, but it's getting pretty tight. Only lost about $100 so far since we opened. Not too bad. We did gain about $1,000 in price action after we had the another swift sell-off over the weekend, landing into our dip, the magical land of dip. Yeah, only really touching like 4 times. I went over this morning. If you guys didn't catch the morning open, we only touched the dip 4 hours, for about 4 hours on the hourly candles. So nothing too crazy. We finally got the dip that they should have touched basically during Davos. That was as low as we got. So maybe this is the end of the pain. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe there's more to come. We do have a lot of FUD in the air. We have the government shutdown looming. We have the market structure bill delayed. We're going to get into that a lot. I know Andy has been shouting from the rooftop over on the Patreon. Thanks again, Andy. I appreciate that. I can't ask. I can't thank you guys all enough for the love and support. It's been a hell of a 4 days, and I'll be taking tomorrow off. Just out of respect to my my heart, because I'm so overstressed, guys. I'm so overstressed. I've been able to put down my phone in 4 days. I've been sleeping with my phone in my hand. ignoring all the things around me. So I just want to make that very clear. I'm going to be taking tomorrow off. But there's plenty of chaos to come this evening. Don't forget, we also have our live discussion happening after the live stream on our Patreon. That's right, we have a Patreon, guys. Don't forget, we do have a Patreon. The link's in the description down below if you want to join that. I'll, of course, remind you later. I have that set up for later. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Guys, it's time to just chill out, man.
So, just chill out.
Yeah, we just need to chill out overall.
Eat a moon pie. Quit murdering people.
All those things. You know, I don't think I've ever had a moon pie in my life, but after this weekend, I probably will. I probably will find one and try it. All right. So thank you, Officer Grady, for reminding us to chill out. All right, let's get into Bitcoin price action and look at the order books first. We do have a little bit of, some price action to cover, as we did smash through most of our golden pocket. We have a little bit remaining, but all of the juicy center is now gone. Anything is possible, but don't forget, we also have, there's another part of this equation. We have the options expiring on Friday. That's right, the last Friday of every month. We always have the options expire for Bitcoin. And if the more we remain oversold, as I tell you every single time we go through this event, the more likelihood of us to pump after that event. So I do like where we are positioned, I'll tell you that, for a explosive rally after we just sold down from about 97K all the way down to about 87, down about $10,000. How much of that could be exploding and coming for a relief rally in February? And you know what? I just wanted to remind you guys, I took my entire planned trip down to Florida around the idea that we weren't going to see any sort of recovery until February. So this is kind of like almost exactly the back of my head, like kind of what I was planning for. No one can, of course, tell you where Bitcoin's going to go in the late game, but yeah, I think this will be pretty good for me to get back in the studio, and then bam, we're off to the races again. Or you know what? Maybe we got 2 or 3 more months to the downside. Again, you guys should be, protecting yourselves with the right exposure for both scenarios. All right, moving on. All right, so we have 38 trillion, 365, 658 billion dollars. All these ridiculous numbers are getting crazy. 38 trillion, 658 billion dollars. Of course, it's sitting in the national debt as of today, as it continues to grow, and we cannot seem to pay our way out. We have Polymarket right now telling us that the U.S. government shutdown is now down to 72%. It was at a staggering 81% this morning. Crazy over on Polymarket. That was the high of today, and now it has ceased to come down about 10%, 6%. As maybe lawmakers are going to have some chance to extend this. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I don't know what they're going to do. So that's still on the board there. 75% chance of a government shutdown in the next few days. Fed decision in January still sitting at a 1%. A 1%. We're not getting anything, guys. We're not getting nothing. That's going to be, of course, on Wednesday. So that's what we got going on Polymarket right now. Again, brought to you by Polygon, the layer 2 on Ethereum. The fear and greed index right now sitting at 55 in neutral for, the stock market. Ending the day a little bit back in neutral. We did see the market open at, I believe, 62. So it did fall down a bit from greed to neutral. We have crypto fear and greed still in fear. Not extreme fear anymore. Just fear. This was a crazy manic correction from today. We were down to like 24, 20. I think it was 20 this morning. Down 4 points from last week. And now we're back to regular fear. Just the standard fear at 29. It's not too bad. Let me refresh that because it was an hour or so since I set up the live stream. And it's still hanging out at 29. All right, 97 on the Dixie as that dollar continues to fall with, of course, a government shutdown looming and all the other political things. If you guys have been, of course, hearing about what's been going on with Minnesota and all the other crazy stuff happening in the world today. All right, that's, of course, going on there. We have, of course, our daily picks for the day on what's the best opportunities in our space right now to be DCAing into. Let's see what's the most oversold here on the day. All right, looking at the day now, up 2.5%. Wow, look at these numbers, guys. What the heck? Oh, man, I haven't been paying attention to crypto with all the other stuff going on. This is crazy. This is nuts.
So much you make.
Oh, wow. 2.5%, 2.2%, 2.8% respectively between the top 300 assets. Nuts. All right, let's get into it. Looks like everything is up and up and up on the day. Axie Infinity still running What the hell is going on? Please, guys, please let me know what is going on with this coin. I've been talking about it ever since the day before the voting was going to happen on the original market structure draw up. That now, of course, has been going on for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, right? So, yeah, let me know. Is it just the market structure bill that's making this thing pump? Is there something else in the background that I am not aware of? Please, for the love of God, shine some light, because I want to know. Chili's is up 10%. Chili's coming out of nowhere as well. I haven't seen this coin move at any capacity in quite a long time. Guys, this is looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. We got River still up 10%, of course. Zcash and all the other privacy coins. Doesn't look like Monero's been moving today, though. Still on, oh, yeah, a little bit there. 2.1%. There you go. Keeping up with that average, about 2.5, 2.25 this morning on the foreign market. And as soon as I say that, it just dropped to 1.6. All right. All right, guys, there's nothing really to see here. What's oversold in the day? MYX. Maybe that's what you're looking at, picking up maybe a little bit there. We're going to go into some of the biggest movers here on the weekly. That's where most of the opportunities have been lately. All right, we're looking for 15s and 30s, or 15s and 20s. There's nothing really quite here except for Monero. Again, going back and forth with that, privacy coin trend lately. Dash also looks like, again, Zcash has taken up a lot of that sale, and River. ICP is down about almost 15%. So this was what I was telling you guys this morning. Seemed like the Goldilocks scenario at the moment. This was all oversold about 17%, I believe, this morning. Just barely in my criteria for an oversold asset here on the weekly. Nothing else I'm telling you is really significant enough. Polygon's down about 12.3%. That's the closest we have here. And PiCoin, which no one should even mention because it's terrible project. Don't look over there. Looking at the monthly, we have, yes, River still up an enormous amount, almost 2,000%. Again, a pretty new project, guys, so be careful. This coin still has not stopped running yet. So 2,000 here on the monthly. We're looking for assets that are down at least 30 to 40%. The only thing I got here for you is the same ones I've been talking about almost every single day, which is Midnight. That's still the most sold off right now, sitting at 30% off. Not a bad project in my opinion, sitting here 30% off on the month. We got Zcash also down. Again, watch out those trends, man, as they keep going back and forth between Monero and Zcash. All right, and other privacy coins as well. Other than that, guys, there's nothing. There is nothing here to even speak of. There's no DCA opportunity. Hopefully you have some position in the market, because it looks like things are going in the right direction, at least for now, leading up to the next market bill markup. Let's go look at the top 200s as well. Sitting here on the day, Camino's down 7%. Sun is down 8.3. Sun token, I don't know what the hell this is. It's definitely more than a year old, which is I guess a better thing to say about it than anything. 363 million in market cap. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Sun token, as I usually do when things break into our top 100 or 200. So Sun token, coin market cap. I don't want to spend too much time because I got a lot of stuff to go over tonight, and we got to get to that Patreon as well. Okay, let's see. Coin market cap, Sun token. All right, new Sun token too. I don't know what that's all about. Must have been a token merger or update to the project or something. 374 million in market cap. It's 19.2 billion circulating supply out of a max supply of about 19.9. So a pretty damn well, distributed token. Project is all out there for the most part. And what is going on with this project? So a little bit about this project here. Sun token. I'm just going to go to their website. All right, we'll take a look there. All right, to the Sun trade TRX Sun looks like the first integrated platform for swap farming and self-governance on Tron. So it's in the Tron ecosystem here. Supports the exchange of Dominica authorized digital currencies. So it seems like it's part of some sort of a DEX. That'll be my initial reaction. To the Sun, at least the DeFi power. Build your own strategy. Start using DeFi tools. You can swap, you participate in trading pools, pumps, and farm for tokens. All right, so yeah, this looks like it's some sort of token for the Tron ecosystem and some sort of DEX. That's my guess. Self-governance on Tron, huh? All right. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a look back over here and figure out the rest of the oversold assets we have on the top 200. All right, if I didn't lose it. There we go. We get back to it. There we go. All right. So we're also looking at here on the daily. There's nothing else oversold here besides that project and Ultima Camino. Everything else that's moving is a decent average right here, about 6 or 7%. Some of the bigger ones here, 80, Cheems, Melania. Looks like all these memes are starting to come back, which is a good sign usually for a reversal. It's too early to tell though yet. Weekly, we got on the weekly here. We got ZBEC down 16%. That's going to probably be one of my top picks for sure on the day. Most oversold with utility going into another run. This is one you probably want to look at. Frax is down 27%. Starknet is down 15%. We're looking for 15s and 20s, guys, here on the weekly. And those are them. Zen, I was shouting that this morning. Zen's a solid project as well, down 16%. DCR, 15%. Camino, 23% on the week. Those are what we're looking at for the most part today because, so I just showed you, other than ICP and Zcash, there's really nothing sitting on the weekly in the top 100. Looking out a little bit further here on the month, we're looking for 30s and, of course, 40s. There's only one token I would say even comes close in that, and that's Pippin, down 36.2%. We got Volta, that used to be, of course, I believe EOS, right? Yep, EOS. That is down 31%. Vision's down 30%. SPX is down 26%. Don't really like a lot of these projects, to be honest. But if I had to choose one with some utility going into the future, it would have to be probably Volta, of course, This used to be, of course, EOS. Runner-up would probably be either Monad or Wormhole. They're only down 17 on the month. We're running out of opportunities, guys. Every time I look at this. It's, what is that, Helium? Yes, Helium's also down 24%. Maybe that's like the Goldilocks scenario there. I don't know. Maybe do your research into Volta. But other than that, guys, that's all I got. We're running out of opportunities. My 2 cents, not financial advice. Moving on.
For $1.
Looking at the market cap dominance for Bitcoin, still holding right around 60% dominance.
This
Nothing
entire
has
idea
changed.
of like 60%
Nothing.
dominance is bullshit, ridiculous.
I know. So it's the same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. Market cap for Bitcoin dominance, of course, still hanging out at 6%. The overall crypto market cap sitting at almost back to $3 trillion US in market cap. So it looks like we kind of did a full circle here this morning. Almost. We did have, $3 trillion at the beginning of the day, and the end of yesterday, and then, of course, beginning of the day, just still climbing out of that hole. All right, the entirety of crypto, of course, anything moving around here that's significant. XRP still underneath BNB and market cap, now down to $1.89. That's crazy. That has come down quite a bit. Market cap still holding about 115 billion, and BNB taking a hit as well, $875 at 119 billion. So those are the only things, of course, I'm shout out that's exciting here in the top 10. Everything else still remains the same. We got Bitcoin Cash still holding number 11. We got Chainlink at 12, Monero 13, and of course going down to the edge here, Sui still holding the top 20. Surprisingly, keeps going back and forth between Canton, Dai, and Sui, holding. I think has not lost the top 20 here in a few weeks. It's been holding up their Avalanche used to be in there with it, and so did Litecoin, but man, they have, of course, fallen out. Everything else still holding here in the center. Stellar, Hyperliquid, Leo, and, of course, the others. Moving on, we have my favorite metric every single day to remind you guys to pick up some Bitcoin, get off zero. You don't want to be holding a bag without Bitcoin in it, or portfolio without Bitcoin in it when it is melting faces in the very near future. You can see here, we're still continuing to sell off all the Bitcoin on exchanges, and they're not coming back. We did get a little bit of a bump here last week, but overall, it's still on the down and down and down and down and down forever on the exchanges. With all the amount of Bitcoin that's being shared right now between hands, between countries, is going to be, of course, a massive exodus from these exchanges. And we've already seen that, obviously, over the last 2 years. All right, let's continue on. BitcoinTreasuries.net. Just want to quickly, just going to go over Michael Saylor, of course, purchasing more Bitcoin. Nothing has changed there. They made another purchase today, over 2,000 Bitcoin. Now their entire holdings are over 712,000 Bitcoin. And yeah, BlackRock, of course, continues to acquire more, sitting at 779 currently on BlackRock's IBIT. Fidelity's looking at 201, and it's been a while since we looked at any of these. Grayscale sitting at 167. Their mini ETF, that's 48 one. This one with the higher, lesser on the fees. ARC shares sitting at just barely, 45,000 Bitcoin. Bitwise 40,000, and of course we continue to go on and on. All right, we do have some reportings come out today. I just wanted to double check this. China supposedly, from what we've been hearing in the news, has caught up to United States in terms of the amount of Bitcoin they're holding. It's been reported as of today on X. We were talking about that. The alleged holdings are now closer to 310,000. So, is there going to be another massive Bitcoin gold rush coming soon? I would say I would not be betting against that. I would not be betting against it. All right, Bitcoin, of course, chart. I haven't shown this in a while either. The Bitcoin rainbow chart. Still showing us in the fire sale. We're still in the fire sale until we hit about $101,000 Bitcoin again. And of course, usually that will be happening pretty soon, as we don't usually stay around the operating cost for Bitcoin for this long. Every time we are in this range, we usually, of course, come back because the miners cannot facilitate the demand and the cost at the cost. All right, moving on, the top 10 assets in the world. Bitcoin's still holding 8. I was worried, and I was telling you guys that we might get flipped by TMC this week. I was telling you guys that last week, and we did see a bit of a rally for them this morning. Came back down a little bit, but overall, I would expect that before we see another rally out of Bitcoin to get at least passed by TSMC again, or for the first time ever, I guess. It was Broadcom that came out of nowhere last time and flipped Bitcoin a few months ago. So it's possible if we do not continue this rally. We have to wait for gold and silver to come back down. Usually that's when a Bitcoin takes another run. All right. Also, don't forget, we did launch a Patreon last week. It's incredible. I still can't believe we did it. I put this here to remind me that we did it. So guys, if you want to, of course, join the Crypto Chaos crew, you'll be supporting me and my my journey through crypto. And of course, we've been hanging out almost every other day, every single week. That's on the schedule, guys. So check us out over there. And again, it's only $15 a month. Peter Schiff. Let's just get into it. Peter Schiff strikes again. Says that Bitcoin won't become the world's reserve currency in a Tucker Carlson interview. Tucker Carlson's already had his fair share of the things to say about Bitcoin as well. So this probably didn't go over very well. I did want to jump into a bunch of quotes here just to see what he said, as I want to check always in on my bias as much as I possibly can, but it's so hard when you're, so deep on the rabbit hole with Bitcoin. All right, let's get into this real quick, and then I'm going to get back into you guys in the chat and see where you're at. Peter Schiff says Bitcoin won't become the world's reserve currency in a Tucker Carlson interview. Gold advocate and longtime Bitcoin critic Peter Schiff renewed his attacks on Bitcoin during a recent interview with Tucker Carlson, arguing that the cryptocurrency industry is seeking government regulation and government bailout, not to restrain itself, but to gain legitimacy in the eyes of the public. Schiff said that calls for regulatory clarity and crypto amount to an attempt to secure government endorsement. According to Schiff, regulation would allow Bitcoin proponents to claim official approval, encouraging new investors to enter the market under the belief that the asset has been validated by the state. The government now endorse it. Peter Schiff says the government is supporting it, and he said that adding to the political support for Bitcoin is driven by the financial incentives rather than the monetary fundamentals. Oh, geez, it's hard to. It's hard to do an impression of Schiff for too long. I'm going to ruin my throat. Okay, Schiff alleged that the early Bitcoin holders had profited from later inflows and capital used to gains influence for politicians, including President Donald Trump, to publicly support the asset. He pointed to the proposals to the U.S. Bitcoin Strategic Reserves as an example, characterizing them as a potential Bitcoin bailout fund that would use taxpayer money to support the market. Schiff did not present evidence for the claims that the politicians were paid off, framing them instead as a interpretation of political incentives surrounding the crypto policy. He just kind of course, saying this is how it's done. This is just how it's done. Carlson pushed back, arguing that the declining purchasing power of the U.S. dollar and its use as a geopolitical tool suggests that the need for a new global reserve asset. He asked why Bitcoin or stablecoins like Tether could not fill that role. In response, Schiff reiterated that a long-held distinction between money and currency, arguing that gold is money while fiat currencies and Bitcoin are substitutes that depend on confidence rather than intrinsic value. And of course, he uses his intrinsic value part of his debate to fulfill that need. I get it. We got Cliff. Speaking of, yes, paper money. Yes, Cliff coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you. It's so hot. That Bitcoin lives in Peter Schiff's head, yeah, and it just never will get out. Yeah, 100%, man. It never will leave Peter Schiff's head, and he'll never stop talking bad about it. I hope that he's there at Bitcoin 2026 when we go this year, just so I can finally laugh in his face. Oh, geez. Okay, most people who are buying Bitcoin are buying it to get more dollars, Schiff said. If he wanted a store of value, they'd buy gold. Yeah. Bitcoin's a fad, he says. And pretty much that's probably where I'm going to stop because I don't have that much time. 40% relative to gold the past 4 years, of course. You start referring to Bitcoin declining against gold. Schiff has rejected overall comparisons between Bitcoin and gold, arguing that Bitcoin is speculative rather than an asset or form of sound money. Okay, all right. Of course, we already know where he stands on all those debates because I don't know about you guys, but I watched him debate like 15 people, I think, by now in 2026. He will definitely not lead off it. Kevin O'Leary says, here's when to expect the crypto market legislation as we still have eyes on it, whether or not it's going to get passed anytime soon. We've heard Charles Hoskinson say it's not going to happen this year. We've heard, of course, people say it's going, man. Of course, it's going to get on President Trump's desk. It's going to get signed right away. We'll see what Kevin O'Leary has to say. Kevin O'Leary says the U.S. crypto market legislation is finally on the brink of predicting it will pass before the midterm elections, despite months of delays. The Shark Tank CEO gave his CoinDesk his estimate of whether or not the crypto bill will clear Congress. Leary from Lirio Ventures often praises Trump's administration's embrace of the digital assets. Technical analysis suggests that strategy stock will drop to $100. Damn. Speaking of the CoinDesk on Friday, the outspoken investor says he is hopeful the bill could clear Congress on May 15th, arguing that the lawmakers' staff are now consumed by the effort. These bills are written by staffers, the Shark Tank star said, adding that they're spending probably 80% of their day on the legislation. I don't want to get too much into the weeds here because this is referencing an old interview that I shared with you guys last Friday. So I don't want to get too much into this, but I'll read a few quotes. Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary is on the timing of the crypto legislation. I'll give you my estimate. May 15th. May 15th is calling for it. And there you go. That's what, of course, Kevin O'Leary believes. It's going to be passed by May 15th. Not too bad. I mean, that's cutting it close, though. That's like, what, a month away from the midterms? All right, moving on. U.S. Marshals investigate claims that the son of the government contractor stole $40 million of Bitcoin seized crypto. Yeah, we talked about this morning briefly. This is kind of going back to the summer of last year when we did hear that, of course, the U.S. Marshals claimed they already sold the Bitcoin. And then we of course we were all shocked because the executive order that President Trump put in place was supposed to be, of course, never to sell the seized Bitcoin. So there was some truth to that, and it seems like we're just getting in front of that right now. All right, so the threat actor was captured on video flaunting millions in crypto allegedly siphoned from the U.S. government seizure addresses, later traced by Zach XBT. The U.S. Marshal Service is investigating allegations of the son of the federal contractor helping to safeguard seized crypto stole more than $40 million in digital assets from government wallets. Blockchain investigator Zach XBT. Why would you do this? I mean, it's on the ledger. It's traceable. It's in the U.S. I mean, it's also within the U.S. government. Yeah, I mean, that's just so stupid. Identified the alleged thief of John Lick Daghita, son of the CMD SS president Dean Daghita, and traced at least $23 million in funds to roughly $90 million in crypto seized by the government in 2024 and 25. The case has raised fresh concerns about the overnight U.S. government held cryptocurrency after earlier reporting indicated that the U.S. Marshal Service may know precisely how many digital assets it controls. And of course, we all know where that went down, that rabbit hole last year. All right, so I don't want to spend too much time again on this one either, because we did cover it this morning. But I just wanted to see where we kind of landed on it today as this is developing. Meet the threat actor John Lick, who was caught flexing $23 million in a wallet address directly tied to $90 million plus in suspected thefts from the U.S. government in 2024, and multiple other identified victims in November 25th, December 25th, 2025. Zach XB posted on X last Friday. All right, so this has of course been developing on crypto Twitter for a while. And go down this rabbit hole. Meet the threat actor there. Of course, he's reposting this here, and of course, showing his deets. Showing his deets. Guys, be careful on the blockchain. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid.
What are you, stupid?
Because these cyber sleuths, they will find you. All right. Zach XP identified the individual as John Dahida, claiming the CMDSS currently holds an active federal IT contract. Blockchain investigator later reported that a wallet address holding 12,500 Ethereum, worth roughly 36.3 million, he said it was controlled by Dahida. Zach XDT added that he sent him, of course, the ETH, which he said he was forwarded to the U.S. government seizure addresses. In case you are curious how Dahida was able to send 40 million plus from the government seizure address, John's dad owns CMDSS, which currently has an active IT government contract in Virginia, pointing to a CoinDesk report that CMDSS was awarded the contract to assist the U.S. Marshals Service in disposing of seized, forfeited crypto assets. So that's how this all went down. All right, so pretty crazy that we finally got the answer to some of that. I'm sure this will be developing as they had a sell. I mean, I remember in 2024 when the government was doing these planned sell-offs. They did it for years, from 2022 or 2021 onward. I think it was 2022. They had these planned sell-offs of Bitcoin and crypto assets. So, that eventually was stopped with Trump's executive order in 2025. Kathy Woods, ARK Invest files for 2 crypto index ETFs tied to CoinDesk 20. One proposed fund would attempt to exactly mimic the CoinDesk 20, but the other would track the index excluding Bitcoin. All right, so ARK Invest has filed the U.S. regulators to launch 2 cryptocurrency ETFs tracking CoinDesk 20 index. One proposed fund would track the CoinDesk 20, which provides exposure to major tokens including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano. Another would track the same index but exclude Bitcoin by pairing long index futures with short Bitcoin futures. This is almost the exact same product that CoinMarketCap put out last year. I was talking about it. It was a solid project, solid product. This one here, CoinMarketCap 20. Almost the same exact thing that Kathy Wood is doing right now, except she's going to have one with and without Bitcoin. This is great. I did the exact same thing before this launch for a friend that was going through a bankruptcy and could not touch his assets after he deployed them for 4 years. So I think this is a great project. Product, ETF, of course, whatever. If you guys are looking for just some quick, exposure without anything fancy, you got to do yourself. I don't know if this is going to cycle through the top 20 in terms of major caps, mid caps, like the Coin Market Cap does. The Coin Market Cap constantly updates every month. So I'm not sure if they're going to be doing that. They might just be doing it maybe annually. Maybe they shuffle things in and out. It's really interesting. And I do love, of course, what Kathy has done in general. I've been a simp for her for many, many years. So just being very clear, my bias. Yes, I have a bias towards.
Stupid?
Yes, Kathy Wood. She's my crypto cougar. Oh my god, I deserve this. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. All right, guys. So I just wanted to shout that out to Kathy. Yep, I love her. Can't wait to see her in person this year. Getting back to you guys in the chat. It's been a while. I got to get back over here and catch up with you. Howdy, crazies. How's it going, Ben? How's it going? Amp9 in the house. Hello, all. Is Amp at $1 yet? No, unfortunately. How's it going? Yes, crazies, Ben. Brave Army Freedom says, as I was saying, microdosing is an amazing for brain health. You guys and your crazy banter back here. Good evening, Gamma. Good evening, Gamma. Of course, Gamma's in the house. Neb's is in the house. Los is in the house. How's it going, Los? I saw a double rainbow. No, wait, shut up. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh, my God. Double rainbow all the way. It's so funny. I was just talking about that. I was just talking about this with the group. Was it last night or the day before? I forget. This one is epic. The original one was like, okay, it was like 20 years ago. If you guys never seen the double rainbow.
Whoa, that's a full rainbow. All the way.
All the way.
Double. Oh my god, it's so bright and vivid.
If you guys haven't seen this, you have to see that video. I'm going to link it for you in the chat. It's an oldie but a goodie, but shout out to Crypto Distraction over there. Los saw the double rainbow, man. Must have been those shrooms. Yep. All right. Getting back here. Or Lucy. I don't know what that is either, man. Some of you guys are trying to figure that out as well. Those pretty cool. That's dope. 100%. If you saw that, it's pretty dope. Also, a non-psychoactive mushrooms like lion's mane, says Braveheart in the chat. That's one of the things I've always wanted to try and have never had a group of friends to do that with. Z-Back to $1, let it be. Of course, the king in the house, calling for Z-Back to go to $1. Eventually, king, it will. Just not soon. Charlie's Angels, don't quit, Nebs. LFG. Micro Doe saying 40 million Bitcoin stolen, maybe a positive that the youngsters are playing with crypto. I guess. They've been playing for a while though. Yes, Gamma God says, good evening, Nebs, Braveheart, Cody, Jen, Jake. Oh my gosh, so much in the chat, guys. All this love in the chat from Gamma, Strawberry, G-Dog, Andra, JPEG, Miller, Overcome, Cryptic, Jared. Oh my god, all you guys here tonight. Thanks again for coming out and supporting me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Jacob Sink says, Otaku, who do you think Satoshi is? I don't think he's here with us anymore. If I had to guess, it would be Hal Finney, but he is no longer with us. What? Definitely a white guy, says Los. Yeah, probably. If it was Hal Finney, it was a white guy. Okay, I remember that conspiracy a while back that Bitcoin was created by Russia. There's so many conspiracies that was created by some government entity. I'm definitely not, taking that off the table. There's definitely a possibility for anything, guys. You can't trust our government any which way. Double rainbows I see often, says Brave. Oh man, whoa. I want to be where you're at, Brave. Holy crap, double rainbows all the way. Bill and Ted's double rainbow. There you go. What's her name? From Wizard of Oz, Dorothy. Cheers, Gamma. Cheers in the house, guys. You deserve all the support. Thank you so much, Andra. Thank you. Guys, just letting you know, I am going to be taking tomorrow off. I need a break, man. I need a break. And my mom's actually going in for a mammogram. She had breast cancer a few years ago, so I'm going to be going there support for her as well. So I decided to just take the day off. I've been so stressed out, guys. It's been a lot the last 4 days. All right. Thanks again for all the love and support in the chat, guys. I got to continue with the next article. Here we go. BlackRock doubles down on Bitcoin fund offerings with the income focused filing. This is the one I've been waiting for. I've been talking about it for like the last 6 months when they first announced it. BlackRock, of course, coming in with a yield-based product. It's not that I'm excited that BlackRock's getting another Bitcoin product. I'm excited for the aftermath, which is going to become the thing that Warren Buffett has said out loud many, many times before he, of course, stepped down for Berkshire Hathaway, and is that Bitcoin doesn't produce anything. It doesn't have a yield. It doesn't do anything. Well, now, guess what? It's going to be producing a yield. Not that it already hasn't for some, of course, other products like Microsoft's yield-based strategy or its stretch strategy, and of course these other offerings they have that produce yield. But this one's of course going to be coming from the biggest player in ETFs, and that's BlackRock with their high yield Bitcoin ETF. So yeah, that's coming, guys. We talked about it a little bit this morning as well. Of course the filing's in. I wanted to see if we got any more deets because we don't know what the yield is for it. We don't have any of the details other than the initial filing we talked about this morning. BlackRock has filed to launch the iShares Bitcoin Premium Income ETF, aiming to generate income through all covered call strategy on Bitcoin exposure. The ETF would actively manage covered call Bitcoin exposure through BlackRock's existing iShares Bitcoin Trust, IBIT, to generate income for investors. This approach follows similar existing crypto income funds, but leverages BlackRock's significant market presence, with IBIT already being the dominant Bitcoin ETF holding over 70 billion in assets. BlackRock BLK is moving deeper into the cryptocurrency exchange traded fund ETF market with their plan to offer the income from Bitcoin exposure. The world's largest asset manager is estimated at 12.5 trillion in assets under management, filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission a Form S-1 list that, the Bitcoin premium product is coming soon as an ETF. The proposed fund would actively manage exposure to Bitcoin either directly or through shares of BlackRock's existing Bitcoin IBIT trust, while generating some income by selling call options on that exposure. This covered call approach is already common in stock market income funds, and some fund managers have already applied it to the crypto market through a covered call strategy. The fund would generate income by selling a counterparty the right to purchase its underlying at a fixed price. The fund, which doesn't have yet a ticker or a fee defined, would actively manage this covered call strategy and would distribute the generated premiums to investors as income. The trade-off here is effectively trades potential upside for income. Funds with similar strategies generate income from the options include Round Hill Bitcoin Covered Call Strategy, ETF, YBTC, Amplified Bitcoin Max Income Covered Call, ETF, BAGY, and the NEOS Bitcoin High Income Fund, the ETF BTCI. So there's a lot of products already on the market. Of course, this is going to be the largest asset manager in their product. Still, BlackRock's entry stands out for its scale ties to Bybit, already the dominant spot Bitcoin ETF with over 70 billion in assets according to social value data. IBIT and other Bitcoin funds offered by BlackRock have also been so successful that they have become the firm's top revenue source. And of course, Bitcoin has been the largest one growing to date since inception. Some covered call ETFs tend to dilute the net asset value, the NAV, as they offer high yields to investors, partly through the return of capital. YBTC, for example, currently shows that it has 35.87 distribution rate, while BTCI shows that distribution rate is at 27.25, and BAGY's distribution rate is 37.1. Excluding distributions, there are also double 8 digits, given the underlying assets volatility. Bitcoin focused income ETFs have so far underperformed Bitcoin, something that they're often designed to do given the high yields offered. Over the last 12-month period, BTCI is down about 31.3%, while YBTC lost 45% of its value compared to the cryptocurrency's 14% drawdown. BAGY, which launched in late of April 2025, is down 25% since its debut. So again, take that with a grain of salt when you're looking at these ETFs to generate yield. Do your research before, getting involved in them. Still a great way to get some passive income. All right. Let's go back to the chat, guys. I saw we got a super chat in from Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake. Oh no. Jake the Snake comes in with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Jake, saying, "Honey, are you okay? You barely touched your can." I'm gonna be surprised if I lose 10 pounds after what went down this weekend. I've lost I've lost so much. I lost so much time to the screens, trying to keep up with everything. Lo says, "Take a break, Otaku. God forbid a guy wants to pursue his goals without being crucified." Oh boy. I will, Los. I will. I'll take a break tomorrow. Thanks again, guys. Thank you. Yes, Taco Man, take a day, enjoy some sunshine in Wooza time. Wooza. Jacob Six says, "I rolled it down last week and still on the basement stairs." Yeah, I didn't get to that can. I just can't eat, man. I can't eat. I've been feeling some kind of way. Oh, geez. Ben Lawrence is a bad influence, says Andre. Yeah, he can be both. He can be both, man. He's been a good influence in the grand scheme of things. I love you, Ben. Braveheart says, "Jake the Snake, you mean the spaghetti can that mom rolled down the stairs in the basement?" Yeah, that was like a month ago. I still haven't touched it. Lady claps a lot, has taken to fever. Oh no. Oh no. Jacob 6 says, Mom, she's been gone for months. Braveheart, you feeling okay? Yes. Say a prayer for Mama. We say a prayer for Mama. We love you. We love you, Crypto Mom. Braveheart Freedom says, yes, she has been very active on Craigslist. Oh God. The smell. I smell roses. Must have been some love. Ben Lawrence says, I was saying real Mama Otaku, but we also call her Crypto Mom. Yes, we do. Glad to catch you live. Says, yes, Brooke. Love to have you here as well. Thanks again. Thanks again for coming out, guys. Thanks again for all the love and support. Let's continue on. We have a lot of news tonight. And it's not even 10 o'clock yet, so we got plenty of time. Ripple secures strategic Saudi banking partnership as Vision 2030 fuels fintech boom. Ripple is pushing deeper in Saudi Arabia, teaming up with Riyadh Bank's innovation arm to advance blockchain adoption across payments, custody, tokenization, and as the kingdom accelerates its vision into 2030. Financial modernization drive. Ripple giant ignites Saudi fintech ambitions through Riyadh Bank. Ripple is partnering with GEAL, the innovation of the Riyadh Bank, to support Saudi Arabia's financial sector through blockchain initiatives aligned with Vision 2030, according to the post shared on social media. X. Reese Merrick, managing the director of the Middle East and Africa at Ripple, stated, more big news from the Middle East. Ripple is partnering with GEAL, the innovation arm of Riyadh Bank, to advance Saudi Arabia's financial future through blockchain innovation. He framed the collaboration as part of the kingdom's broader digital transformation and financial modernization efforts, highlighting Saudi Arabia's emergence as a forward-looking hub for technology adoption in financial services. The Ripple executive emphasized the contents. Oh my gosh, the company's intent to work with local partners to develop practical expertise grade blockchain applications that can integrate into existing financial infrastructure. Jesus. Who wrote this? Are you mad? Jeez. Okay. In a separate statement, it's probably AI slop, guys, usually. In a separate statement, oh my gosh. Shared alongside the partnership, the Ripple executive explains Saudi Arabia's visionary leadership has positioned the kingdom as a forward-thinking global hub for digital transformation against this progressive backdrop. I just feel like I'm reading the same thing over and over again. Ripple's technology can unlock efficiencies in areas such as cross-border payments, supporting Saudi Arabia's ambition to build a competitive world-leading fintech ecosystem. I wonder if they're also going to create a CBDCs for them over there in Saudi Arabia as well, as they've been doing so in other countries. I am excited to help shape the future of Saudi Arabia financial infrastructure. The Ripple executive concluded. This is from Merrick. Together with GEAL, we'll explore the use cases of cross-border payments, digital asset custody, and tokenization support, the Vision 2030 agenda. That sounds scary. The Vision 2030 agenda. The partnership reflects growing interest of global blockchain firms in collaborating with regional financial institutions to improve payment efficiency, expand across access to digital financial tools, and support long-term economic diversification through modern financial technology. You know what I get out of this? Okay. We have this one statement here. I'm going to tell AI, make an entire article, draw it out based on this one statement right here. That's what I got from this. It just seems like AI slop out of this. All right. So yeah, this is coming from, Ripple directly. Okay, moving on. Senate postpones the vital crypto market structure markup due to snow. Andy, thanks again for Andy. He's been getting everyone up to date on a lot of the stuff going on and breaking news. Thanks again. I appreciate you. This is one of the ones he was shouting out today. Senate postpones, of course, the vital crypto market structure bill. This is supposed to happen on the 27th, which was tomorrow. Looks like we're going to be delaying it. Let's find out more. A winter storm in Washington, D.C. has compelled the senators to delay the first market vote on comprehensive digital asset market structure legislation. Is it really the first, though? I feel like this is like this is going to be the third attempt. The Senate Agricultural Committee confirmed on Monday that it has postponed its scheduled Tuesday markup of the Digital Commodity Intermediaries Act because of the dangerous weather conditions across the Capitol. There's a statement there from Eleanor Tourette. Just in, Senate Agricultural Committee has rescheduled the crypto market structure bill markup for 10:30 a.m. on Thursday. So We're getting into the end of the month, guys. The end of the month, Thursday. So, got 2 more days to wait here. I got to update that into our narrative list for Thursday. Well, thankfully, I'll be back here on Thursday for that, for sure. All right, so market structure bill votes on the 27th. Now is going to be on the 29th, I believe. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 29th. 3 p.m. probably. IDK. I'm not sure the exact time. And then, of course, I'm calling for, then to postpone that if we get a government shutdown into February, March. We'll see how this all goes, guys. Last time we were here in the narrative list, guys, the shutdown was up to 13%. And today it's up to 75, down from 81 this morning. Pretty crazy stuff. All right. We have a ton of narratives to, of course, go into. Don't want to spend too much time in it. Okay. Tom Lee's Bitmine corners 3.5% of Ethereum market supply as Treasury tops with 4.24 million Ethereum by today. Bitmine, Tom Lee's Treasury company, becomes the largest institutional Ethereum holder, adding 40,000 more Ethereum this week to reach 4,250,000. Or roughly 243,000 Ethereum, about 3.5% of the circulating supply, valued at $12.3 billion. So crazy. Bitmine providing its latest holdings update for January 26, 2026. More. A lot more. Still holding, of course, 193 Bitcoin, but a F-ton of Ethereum, 200 million stake in Beast Industries, and of course all the other things that they've been working on. They've been stacking. Speaking of Tom Lee, I've got a 5-minute interview here. I think we have enough time to play it. Tom Lee talking about metals and as a genuine asset class. And take it from here. Tom
Here to
Lee.
discuss it all is Tom Lee. He's FundStrat's head of research and a CNBC contributor. I kind of want to start, Tom, with what's been going on in the metals, because a lot of people are pointing to this and saying the dollar's collapsing and metals are soaring, and should they feel good about owning stocks in this environment, or you hold your nose? I mean, can you kind of just unpack for us what you think is going on here?
I think metals is proving to be a real genuine asset class, because I think for many years maybe people thought only gold bags should own gold, but now, especially the last 3 years, metals have, I think, proven to be a bit of a juggernaut. And it's hard to tell how much of it is geopolitical uncertainty, dollar and currency weakness versus dovish central banks. But maybe if it's all three, that explains why gold's done so well. I don't think that those are bad for equities, because if this is anticipating dollar weakness or more dovish moves by central banks, then it's good for asset prices. So I almost think the gold move could be sort of a glimpse into sort of risk appetite growing for stocks.
As a result of things like dollar weakness and everything else, right? This idea that you go into more riskier assets or ones that are diversified away from there. If you're going to look at that, though, with the dollar weakness intact, Kelly also mentioned the Mag 7 stocks and the slew of earnings we've got coming up. Weaker dollar has typically in the past, from a conventional wisdom standpoint, meant better for large multinational companies. It helps their overall revenue profile, especially outside the U.S. Is that still something that we want to look towards as a true tailwind for this market, other than just saying maybe risk assets are in vogue and we just want to play the AI trade ad nauseum for the rest of this year?
In some ways, I think one of the big sort of real stories this year is earnings growth is accelerating. And that was because of onshoring, the tariff headwinds disappearing. But now if we have dollar weakness, I think it puts more upside to the earnings story. Investors aren't necessarily paying for that right now because multiples have been compressing, but I think it really helps anchor stocks. So between now and the end of the year, I think there can be a lot of reasons for speed bumps, but I think as we exit the year, the earnings story is anchoring, I'd say, upside to our 7,700 target.
Yeah, which is, we're starting to look at, we've seen one round number after another falling for gold and the likes, and you wonder if we're finally going to get back to talking about S&P 7,000 and Dow 50K and all of that. But so you're not worried there's going to be, kind of landmines hiding in the earnings reports or anything like that? Does the government shutdown matter? I mean, we just had one at the end of the year, and yet here we are with equities.
Yeah. In the short term, of course, shutdowns create uncertainty. And we just, like as you said, went through the longest one. Those have all proven to be buying opportunities. But it's hard to ignore the fact that gold and silver are like sucking oxygen out of everything.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you do with? I mean, Carter Worth, for what it's worth, I want to know what all the technicians, what everyone thinks about this. He's now put out a note and saying sell all of it, the silver, right? Just sell all of it. I mean, it's up.
It's parabolic.
Today.
It's parabolic.
Yeah,
and it's just in the last 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you know, like when you look at extensions like this, it's dangerous to fade it because you don't know how long it will go. But you're right, a parabolic move, Holly, marks the end of the move, not the beginning of the move. So it's a good question of like timing, but it sure seems like commodities, especially precious metals, needs to have a place in people's portfolios.
If you look at the way that the earnings story is going to shape up, since you brought it up, if we want to look towards this season, we've kind of established the fact that we're maybe in this transition phase. This earnings season is going to be important, but maybe not as important given the future macro tailwinds that the market may have. In your mind, are there certain key parts of the market that you should be more exposed to? You had in the past talked about banks and financials being there. We saw the run last year, and since the earnings season has started, those banks have kind of sold the news, so to speak. So are the banks still one of those places you want to be?
Yeah. From FundStrat's perspective, when we did our outlook, our top sector picks this year would be energy and basic materials, and that was from early December. We still like the Mag 7 and financials and industrials and small caps. I think the financials are being buffeted because the White House is choosing winners and losers, and right now they want to reduce the burden on consumers by potentially capping credit card rates and maybe making it harder for institutional buying of homes. So I think this is hurting the banks to an extent, but the bank fundamentals are so good, and I think tokenization and sort of blockchain are really big productivity drivers, and AI is a huge tailwind that I think banks are in the process of re-rating more like tech stocks over time. So, I mean, I would use any of the weakness to buy them.
All right, so there's Tom Lee's current statements on gold, silver, and metals markets. As they are shaping up to be today. I also want to mention his recent statements on crypto, and also related to those particular markets. I'll see if I can go back over here and share with you. I shared you guys, I think it was right here. Parabolic and continued surge in gold and silver are overshadowing inherently strengthening fundamentals of crypto, particularly Ethereum and Bitcoin. Davos 2026 highlighted financial institutions that are set to build on Ethereum and smart blockchains. And when the fundamentals go up, and to the right, it's only a matter of time before price follows. Of course, Bitcoin, of course, has had gold as a lagging indicator for a long time. All right, so that could be coming here soon. Speaking of Davos, we should probably look into that too, because I do have a big takeaway from Davos. A nice place to segue into. Crypto takeaways from Davos. Politics, money collide. Crypto's public image featured prominently at Davos, but central bankers at the World Economic Forum in Davos 2026 warned that it is threatens monetary sovereignty as well. Guys, also, you guys, during that clip with Tom Lee, I just couldn't stop cracking up. I mean, some of the best comments I picked out was, Braveheart said that Tom Lee's voice sounds like he should be advising me on a wedding. That's terrific. And then, I think it was Lowe's said he combed his hair today. Yep, he combed his hair today. Those are definitely the highlights from that clip. You guys are insane. All right. Jeez. All right, so crypto's public image featured prominently at Davos. Let's get into it. While geopolitical tensions and the Greenland standoff set a tone for Davos 2026, crypto resurfaced as a secondary but consequential theme. U.S. President Donald Trump, used a few minutes of his Davos speech to double down on his ambition to turn the U.S. capital of the world Yes, of course, into crypto. And voice support for crypto-friendly legislation as well. His tone was different from the central banks. In the panel with crypto bigwigs, the governor of the Bank of France criticized private money yield-bearing stablecoins while promoting central bank digital currencies. Yikes. And if we don't start doing it, again, China's gonna have their yuan CBDC to generate a yield. They're gonna be getting it on both fronts. So if we don't start doing it somehow in America, we're gonna be left behind in the grand scheme of things. Either way, crypto consensus did not emerge in Davos, but a visible point of the disagreement did. U.S. political messaging framed crypto geopolitical asset, while at least one major European central banker warned that private money threatens financial stability and sovereignty. Here are the crypto dig takeaways from Davos in 2026. Trump frames crypto regulation as a geopolitical race. Of course, Trump said that in his Davos speech on Wednesday that he hopes that to sign the crypto market structure bill into law very soon. Of course, also known as the Clarity Act. We also had Coinbase CEO and French central banker clash over money sovereignty. That was really entertaining. We caught a bit of that over the last a few days last week. We have, Banik, I'm gonna pronounce these terribly wrong. Banquier de France, Governor, Francois Villeroy de Gallo. I'm pretty sure I pronounced it like that last week too. Oh, jeez. He said that, yes. He said that tokenization and stablecoins are likely to be the name of the game in 2026, stating that they can modernize financial infrastructure. He acknowledged that the tokenization as a meaningful financial advance, particularly for wholesale markets, and cited Europe's CBDC efforts as a global front runner. Scary stuff. The enthusiasm faded. The discussion turned into monetary sovereignty as, of course, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong described Bitcoin as modern successor to the gold standard and a check on democratic deficit spending. That was a very entertaining video. If you guys haven't seen it, I encourage you to go out there and find it. We showed it, I think, twice last week, so I don't want to play it again. But he basically put everyone in their place at Davos, especially the old boomers there that didn't know what the hell the benefits of Bitcoin were. Or, of course, maybe they were familiar, but of course they didn't want to acknowledge them because they were in the pockets of the big central banks. All right, moving on. Binance leaves the door open to U.S. return. Binance co-CEO Richard Tang did not rule out the return to the U.S. He did say that his company is taking a wait-and-see approach in an interview with CNBC on the sidelines at Davos. CZ was also there as well. And speaking of which, there he is. All right. Circles Allaire calls for bank run fears absurd. That was also a doozy too. Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire dismissed the fears that the interest-paying stablecoins could destabilize the banking system in a Thursday panel in Davos. You would think it would be the opposite. Because why would you want to move if it's generating yield? I mean, come on!
What are you, stupid?
Alright, anyway, let's, of course, get back to his comments. Allaire called the bank run concerns totally absurd, arguing that the incentives involved are too small to threaten the monetary policy or drain deposits. He added that the interest payments function primarily as a customer retention tools rather than a systemic disruptor. All right, moving on. What else we got? The Davos reveal about the crypto priorities. Public image for stablecoins was badly tarnished in 2022 when the Terra ecosystem suffered a multi-billion-dollar collapse. We all remember, well, some of us remember that. I remember that. I had $200 in it, and it's all gone. That's the only thing I really lost money on ever in crypto. The failure, but it's not even that much in the grand scheme of things now, I guess, in 2026. The failure began in Terra USD, TUST, and an algorithmic stablecoin backed by the network's native token, Luna. Stablecoins have since flipped the narrative. It's now an important topic in the annual meetings of the world's most powerful voices in politics and economy. Even central bankers who are generally critical of the crypto industry acknowledge that them as a core theme, like to watch, of course, on the sidelines of tokenization. Davos 2026 to reinforce stablecoins and tokenization as part of the year's policy conversation. The U.S. executive branch and Europeans banking sector remain philosophically divided on approach and regulatory developments and are still constrained by domestic politics. All right, so that was, of course, the recap from Davos. If you guys missed it, that was pretty good one right there. Pretty good one. Of course, Davos 2026. Boom. In the books, Polymarket installs jump 1,200% as crypto loses 150 billion in market cap. Are crypto traders done with tokens and moving on to just straight up betting on Polymarket? Well, let's dive in. Polymarket app installs surged 1,200 from 30,000 to over 400,000 as crypto traders abandon tokens following 150 billion altcoin crash, with the prediction market volume exploding from 500 million to 6 billion weekly. Is this where they're all going to gamble now? Well, we still don't even have American audience yet either. Crypto traders are abandoning the token of speculation in favor of prediction markets following a brutal 150 billion. Oh, I just read all that anyway. Weekly trading volume across prediction platforms, including Polymarket and Kalshi, exploded from 500 million in June to nearly 6 billion in January. Data from Dune shows that while crypto exchange downloads collapsed by more than a half during the same period. The shift reflects a deep fatigue across the token economy after Bitcoin plunged nearly 30% from its October peak, and more than 11 million coins effectively died last year. I think we're actually over 30% now. Let me get back to it and take a look. Pretty sure since October we fell more than 30%. Let me get back to the big one, the big chart here. Yeah, this one should be it here. And of course we have the 10/10 event. We gotta go back a lot further to find that. Of course we broke out since. There it is. Boom. That was the big one. And of course, from the all-time high to where we are now. If it wants to play ball, will you please let me? Okay. Yeah, we're sitting right now at 30. I guess still 30%. Yeah. I guess I'm in my head. I'm like, yeah, we could go down further.
What are you, stupid?
Yes, we can still go down another 5%. Why not? Another 5% takes us to about, 82,000. I mean, that's chump change, man. For Bitcoin, that's chump change. Come on. All right. According to CoinShares, the digital asset investment product shed 1.7 billion, the largest weekly outflow since mid-November 2025, driven by fading rate cut expectations and persistent bearish sentiment. Last week, Bitcoin spot ETFs also bled 1.62 billion over the consecutive trading days as hedge funds unwound basis trades that have now yield below 5%. Crypto natives migrate to event betting. I'm not. All right. So yes, we got a couple of opinion pieces here. I guess participants in this market. Nick Shep Sadavan, who abandoned his digital creator startup to build Human Plane. That looks promising, or sounds promising. A prediction market research platform said that the shift made sense after losing traction without funding. Here I can do a lot more with no capital. The 27-year-old Canadian explained, "There's so much more of interest here in the crypto Polymarket or betting sites and similar." Trey Upshaw followed a similar path after losing money on meme coins like SafeMoon. Wow. What the hell, man?
Stupid?
And he's now running a Poly Sites. How original, my guy. How original. Really? Poly Sites, Polymarket. Okay. An analytics dashboard for prediction markets. I realized that's just hyper gambling, he said. I got burned so many times on meme coins, and here he is now. This is such a dumb trend. Yet losses remain widespread across prediction markets too, with 70% of the trading addresses showing realized losses, while fewer than 0.04% of Polymarket addresses captured over 70% of the total realized profits, totaling 3.7 billion. We actually talked about that figure at the end of last year too. It was quite staggering indeed. This might have been the original post there. Yeah, December. I remember talking about this. Yeah, 70% of Polymarket traders lost money, while the top 0.04% captured over 3.7 billion in profits. Yeah, I remember that last year. All right. So again, more crypto, capital liquidity moving into trading markets on these betting sites. Gold's digital rally mirrors increasing stress on the US dollar. More, of course. Doom. Love it. Let's talk about it. Tether's XAUT token of gold now accounts more than half of the gold-backed stablecoin market in the United States. Dollars weakens amid renewed safe haven demand. And yeah, the market is for tokenized gold is expanding to step up with a rising demand for physical bullion, highlighting a broader shift toward traditional safe haven assets as geopolitical tensions and trade uncertainty pushed investors away from the U.S. dollar. No one wants any more of this stupid shit. It makes no sense anymore. It's 2026. And again, don't forget your quarters from the 1960s and before times now are worth about $8 a piece. That it contained, of course, was it 90% of silver? Or is it 70%? I forget. On Monday, Tether said a Tether Gold now represents more than half of the entire gold-backed stablecoin market, with a total value exceeding $2.2 billion. Tether disclosed about 520,000 XAUT tokens were in circulation at the end of the fourth quarter, with each token backed by one by physical gold held in their reserve. Trust me, bro. I don't have anything against Tether. I think they've been doing wonderful. I love their idea for expansion and of course their Bitcoin related products. And of course Tether, being utilized to purchase and the fees from Tether being utilized to purchase more Bitcoin and gold. They've been doing this now for a few years and they've amassed an amount that it would make any world leader blush. Any world leader blush. So I'm not doubting that it's there, but I just don't like the whole. If it's not in my hands, I don't want it. The gold. All right. CEO Paolo Adornio says that the company's Tether Gold Investments vehicle, which holds the bullion backing XAAT, has grown large enough to sit alongside some of the sovereign. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We make any sovereign leader blush. 100%. 100%. The announcement came as COMEX gold eclipsed $5,000 a troy ounce for the first time following a year-to-date gain of 17%. It's disgusting, man. It's insane. These are crazy times we're living in, guys. Be careful out there. Make sure you get off of these pieces of paper. Terrible. They taste terrible, too.
Stupid!
I just feeling some kind of way. All right, yes, I am. The U.S. dollar slips as official gold buying accelerates. And yeah, if anyone following gold against the Bitcoin, of course, charts I have showed you. Yeah, we're about ready to get back on that horse eventually, too. It's only a matter of time. There we are. We're still off, quite a bit off from the parity to gold. All right, I'm moving on. There's so much to talk about. Bitcoin price bottoming phase ends. 5 things to know in Bitcoin this week. Bitcoin price analysts forecast a long-term Bitcoin price bottom in the coming days as geopolitical politics and macroeconomic mayhem seize markets. Yes, I feel it, man. I feel it. I feel like it's just going to be kind of a grind until February. Right. Bitcoin closes the week below key support, a move that opens the door to new lows. FOMC weeks drawn. But markets are focused on Japan, tariffs, and geopolitical stability. I think I have some Japan news too on here. Maybe I didn't pull it up. Damn it. I don't think I did pull it up. I do have it on the Real News on Twitter, though, after this. We got to hurry up, though. I'm going to be late. Precious metals smash historical records while the crypto fails to match them. Bitcoin short-term holders show signs of record capitulation at current price levels, and tactical Bitcoin selling pressure is ongoing with liquidity able to absorb the distribution. Bitcoin's price analysts sees new lows. Bitcoin, of course, dropped to 86,000 around Sunday weekly close as a target ready for the radar for traders. Data Trading View suggested buyers are defending that level into the week. First Asia trading session for $90,000 still out of reach. There's so much volatility ahead of the coming week, not only on Bitcoin and crypto markets, but also in Forex, commodities, and bond markets. Crypto trader, analyst, and entrepreneur Marco Van de Pape, which we talk about a lot here, said this: crypto is preparing for the worst, hence the deepest sell-off, and that's why I think the coming week brings a generational opportunity across the board. Boom. After closing a week above below 86,500, Bitcoin is a thoroughly bearish position. per Material Indicators co-founder Keith Allen said. In his latest analysis, Allen warned of the consequences in the event of weekly close under the 2026 yearly open level near 87.5 and the 100-week simple moving average SMA of course 87.250. Pay close attention to the weekly close on Bitcoin. The one thing that's more bearish about the weekly close is the yearly open timescape level at 87.5, which would be a weekly close below the 100 weekly simple moving average. Wicks don't count. It's the close that matters. He added in a separate post showing exchange, order book liquidity data, and whale orders. Data from monitoring resource CoinGlass confirmed 24-hour cross crypto liquidations of nearly 750 million. I gotta stop real quick. Strawberry Dragon's coming with a $5 fist bump. Thank you. Telling me to keep it up. Thank you so much, Strawberry. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. I appreciate it, Strawberry. Based on Bitcoin losing the mid-range, HTF liquidations are on the downside and the possible U.S. government shutdown. We still think its most likely scenario on Bitcoin is it drops back down to the low 80s in the coming weeks. Yes, maybe to the final bottom. The low 80s still would be above the final bottom, which we've been talking about for too damn long. That's all the way, of course, back to November. Oh, geez, I go back to it again. I think I went on too far. Yeah. November 21st, of course, of last year. We have not been below that, and really haven't touched much above it either here recently. Whoa, damn, Jake! Jake coming in with $10 super glasses. What? Super sunglasses. Oh my god, man. Thank you so much, Jake. He says, I love you. Say it back. Oh my god, of course. I love you too, Jake. Thank you so much, King of Ohio. Jake the Snake, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, jeez. I just, every time you do that, I think of Patrick. I love you. Yep, that's one of my favorite quotes from Patrick's Star. All right. So yeah, in a bold prediction, meanwhile, the trainer, analyst, commentator, BitQuant went on record to announce that the inflection point for Bitcoin price action the coming week significant, and it marks the end of the bottoming phase. He told the ex-followers, BitQuant retains the view in the long-term high Bitcoin price, prediction has not yet been reached, with this due at 145,000. That, again, it's kind of on par with what my predictions have been on that particular level as well. Looking at the overall trend, we did, of course, lose a chunk of this, so take that with a grain of salt as well. We were up there for a little while. I mean, but we lost it. We did lose it. But yeah, in that range, that would again set us up for about a $145,000 Bitcoin. If that did play out, and of course reclaim its parity to gold. That's what this is all about. In my opinion, we have to reclaim our parity to gold. The miners cannot support Bitcoin at this particular level. Only a few times in history, and I've showed you guys on X. It was either this morning or it was on Friday night. If I could pull that back up real quick, I'll show you, because I do have that on my page on the ready, and I did share that with the Patreon here. I believe it was today or yesterday, just reiterating. This one right here, I believe. No. I might have to go back to the Patreon and show you from there. This one. Yes, this one. Bitcoin has never traded for a long time below the production costs. Well, we have, of course, all these areas here. They look very similar in pattern as well. Except for this one. Not that one. But yeah, these, of course, above the previous all-time high on Bitcoin back in 2021. I'll never forget that peak. We haven't seen a peak like that since. That's the Great Mountain of 2021. Oh, jeez.
We're gonna win so much.
I hope so, Trump. I hope so. All right, moving on. My God. All right, what else we got? Magazine, GameStop likely to sell Bitcoin holdings. Ethereum prepares for quantum. This is, of course, the Crypto Digest. For you, if by Cointelegraph, if you haven't caught up on crypto lately, there's a good place to do it. I do love these little articles. Okay, I just want to jump into here. We got some headlines here. SEC dismisses civil action against Gemini with prejudice. We got most memorable quotes from looks like some of the talks on Davos. So this is just in general throughout history, I think. Throughout history, Donald Trump, what stands out in 2024-25 as record highest annual revived supply from long-term Bitcoin holders in Bitcoin's history. I don't know. That's from I read the wrong comment. Now Congress is working very hard on crypto market structure legislation. Bitcoin, all of them, which I hope is a very good sign soon. I can sign it. Unlocking new pathways for Americans to reach financial freedom. There you go. That's his quote. I read the wrong one. CZ said, I'm taking probably a dozen governments talking to about tokenization in some of their assets because this way the government can actually realize the financial gains first and then use to develop those industries. All right, so again, some other quotes from this week that were memorable. And of course, I already mentioned some of them, like Jeremy Allaire's. This absurd, yeah. All right, top FUD of the week. Some fun stuff here, too. Top FUD of the week. All right, I did want to find, of course, the bid on GameStop here, if I can find that real quick, just to kind of go over as we're talking about selling some of that. They're going through quite a bit right now. Is it not mentioned in this article? There we go. GameStop moves entire Bitcoin stash, signaling a potential sale. Okay, that's just leading up to the potential sale. This is not like it's I mean, they could just be moving it to distribute custody in a safer manner. MicroStrategy does this all the time, and people think he's going to sell when he puts it into, like, give some the fidelity like he did a few months ago, or whatever the case may be. All right, so that's just some fun, I think. GameStop has transferred its entire Bitcoin holdings to Coinbase institutional trading platform, sparking speculation that the video game retailer may be reconsidering its Bitcoin treasury strategy. GameStop throws in the towel. Bitcoin's intelligent platform CryptoQuant asked in a X post on Friday after noticing GameStop moved its entire 4,700 Bitcoin stash worth more than $422 million to Coinbase Prime. CryptoQuant said the transfer was likely to sell the holdings, noting that the sale with Bitcoin at 90,800 would mean GameStop realizing around $76 million in losses if the Bitcoin bet. Again, if that was true. GameStop accumulated of course, that much last year. All right, so he purchased at around 107,900, and they've been screaming, like, people have been screaming at him to buy it for a long time. When they came out and said they were going to buy Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin still was just trading about 86 last year on the run up when they were still talking about it at the beginning of the year. So they definitely took their sweet ass time and got in late on Bitcoin. All right. So that's what's the little bit of FUD there from GameStop. All right, guys, I am trying to catch up a bit here because I do have the Patreon open discussion coming up here in a bit after the live stream. If you want to join us after that over on the Patreon, so I gotta catch up. So that was most of the headlines we had today. There's so much news happening all the time in crypto. It's so hard to keep up with, but we do our best here, and we always look at, of course, X to confirm that we hit all the breaking news. Usually we do. It's pretty good. It's a good place to check in on it. Speaking of checking in, how about we check into the merch store, guys? We do still have the merch store live. I put this out last year. It's a lot of fun, of course, to come up with new products and ideas with you guys. I, of course, have the mugs. So we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got a little bit of everything, stickers, we got socks. I never got my sample socks. I'm so mad. They got lost somewhere. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got a little bit of hats, and of course, whiskey glasses as well. Mouse pads like the one I'm using here tonight. Love it. Okay, moving on. A little bit of shill there. Merchandising, where the real money from the show is made. Of course, I'm quoting Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs. All right, moving on. We got X. Let's get back to the real news over on X. Cointelegraph alert: around 149 million users' credentials were exposed. Again, another large exposure from all these credit card companies. And great. Recorded logins too from Binance. Ooh, that sucks. A Binance breach specifically affected on this one. That sucks. We got Zbeck out here. From the ground up to global growth. What's ahead for 2026 after the landmark 2025 focused on compliance and product upgrades? Zbeck is entering the next phase: adoption, enterprise clients, and global expansion beyond the United States. I'm actually surprised that they're not talking too much about adoption in the United States, because I thought most of their clients were in UK and Europe. Maybe they make a big push Either way. All right. We'll of course see what else is going on with them. Their roadmap is phenomenal. They've done a great job at facilitating all their things. Obviously, we have some issues with their staking right now. We'll maybe get into that tonight with you guys as well. BlackRock just declared Ethereum as the primary beneficiary of the global tokenization wave. Ethereum could be the toll road, according to BlackRock. Alrighty, Tom Lee just flipped the gold narrative. Gold and silver aren't pumping because the markets are scared. Because the rising macro regime is shifting. Gold, metals, real asset classes, dollar weakness, equity tailwind. Of course, we showed you this video earlier. Banks, of course, changing the game, and the future textile re-rating. All right, continuing on. Tether just buys 27 tons of gold in quarter 4 2025, now worth over $4 billion. Right? Is that too many zeros? I don't know. Yeah, that's $4 billion. Okay, $4.4 billion. I gotta check myself, man. There's too many zeros every single day in this asset class. All right, Fed is signaling a yen intervention again, just like in 1985. Last time this crashed the dollar nearly by 50%. Holy hell! Holy hell!
We're gonna win so much.
That's insane. All right, so watch out for that, guys. Watch out for that. We're not ready for that. In 1985, the U.S. dollar has become too strong. U.S. factories were losing business, exports were collapsing, and the U.S. trade deficits were exploding. Congress was so close to putting the heritage on Japan and Europe. So the U.S., Japan, and Germany, France, and the U.K. met in New York in the Plaza Hotel and made a deal. They agreed to deliberately weaken the dollar by directly selling dollars and buying other currencies together. That was the Plaza Accord, and it worked. Nearly 3 years later, the dollar index fell almost 50%. USD JPY moved up 260 to 120. The yen doubled in value. It could be happening again, guys. Could be happening again with one of our largest partners. This would be the biggest currency reset in modern history, because when governments coordinate the FX, markets don't fight them, they follow. And the decision changed everything. The weaker dollar pushed the gold higher, commodities higher, non-US markets higher, and the asset prices higher in dollar terms. Guys, that's why you got to get off the dollar, because you're comparing everything to dollars. You need to be able to compare everything to the worth of something in maybe gold now, or Bitcoin, or even silver, when you're looking at your overall expenses, because they keep, of course, going up in terms of dollars. Now look at it today. The U.S. still runs a large trade deficits. Currency imbalances are in the highest ever, and Japan is again at the center of stress. And the yen is extremely weak, and this Plaza Accord 2.0 is even being discussed. That is why it is being discussed. Last week, the New York Fed did rate checks on USD JPY, which is the exact step taken before FX intervention. It signals willingness to sell dollars and buy yen, just like it did in 1985. No intervention happened yet, but markets moved away because they remember what the plaza means. If that starts again, every asset price in dollars will skyrocket. Yes. Will skyrocket. That's exactly what Trump's been wanting too. He said it in his campaign. He wants a weaker dollar, of course, so that America can, facilitate trade and, get back on the global markets. All right, so I'm excited for it, I guess. Everything is gonna go up. Everything is gonna go up. I fear for all my friends and family that are not prepared for such action. All right, moving on. Getting into Google Trends, guys. Of course, I'm looking up the normie search history every single day. Looking up, let's see if they're looking up anything relative to our space whatsoever. Just to check in, because, the normies are here or not in crypto. Usually, we'll see some XRP. Maybe we'll see some Bitcoin searches in here. I haven't seen Bitcoin listed on the top normie searches in 9 months. I think it's been 9 months, maybe 12, and maybe a full year, because in January of 2025, of course, we had the inauguration for President Trump. So it's probably been a full year since we saw it actually hit on the top 20. Anyway, so of course we look up every single day to see if they're looking up anything in our space and grade them on a traditional grade scale. Usually they only search for 3 things: sports, video games, and celebrities. Let's see what they're looking up today. Ooh, it's gonna break my brain, man. Every day it breaks my brain, these freaking normies. Of course, sports ball, number 1 search thing on the day, sports ball. All this is sports, all the sports is sports. Kanye West is here too. Don't forget Kanye West. And we got more sports. Normies love their sports all day. Sports every day. Sports. Where's my Wii front? Literally? Are you serious?
What are you, stupid?
Where's my refund? Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. Where's my refund? Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know how that trend got started, but literally, where's my refund getting searched on Google? Normies never cease to entertain me, I guess. Chris Medell, a Budweiser Super Bowl commercial 2026. Oh, that's so awesome, man. It's a Budweiser Super Bowl commercial. Okay. Sports ball. Normies love their sports, and it's all sports. Weather, snowfall, totals, and sports. All right. I'm over it. Normies, of course, get a F- today. F-. Where's my refund? That's a good one. I want to know, where's my refund too, man? Where's my refund too? I don't know. Haven't even done my taxes yet. It's still January. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin, of course, on the last 7 days, see how it's been holding up here. We just got into the first day, and it's nowhere near what it was against January 20th, which I believe that was one of the last days of Davos. January 20th was Tuesday. No, that was like the first day of Davos. Wow. Tuesday, so nowhere near when we were speaking about Bitcoin. And of course, I think that might have been Trump. Speaking at Davos Tuesday, right? Or was it Wednesday? Pretty sure that was Tuesday. All right, so yeah, that's what we're up against on Bitcoin searches this week. We have interest over time on Bitcoin, searching against Ethereum, Doge, XRP, and Solana. Of course, Bitcoin leading the way, with XRP taking another very slump day on overall searches here. Let's look at the last 7 days, just comparatively, just looking over the weekend here. Yeah, nothing's really changed. A little bit of a peak there for XRP searches on the beginning of today. And other than that, it's been kind of sloped and going sideways. Huge interest on Bitcoin on, again, that 20th compared to all the other assets. Ethereum's seeing a little bit of a bump today. And, of course, a little bit of a bump there on that last Tuesday we mentioned on the 20th. Other than that, all the other assets are still going flat. So some action there on Solana. But, again, these are the most searched crypto assets. So that's all we can really base it against on the normie search history. All right. So, again, guys, check out that double rainbow. Double rainbow all the way. Oh, wow. I can't believe that was still there. All right. Let's get back to it, guys. So
beautiful.
It is so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. Oh, shit. I'm sure the camera could not capture its greatness. Okay, let's get back to Bitcoin on the foreign market right now, sitting at about 11:30 in Japan right now. So they have a little bit of time left. They got about 2 hours to really get in the thick of intraday trading in the foreign markets. And we're still kind of going flat. Chopping up just a little bit here. Let's get into the order book. Still remaining about the same as we saw earlier. Do I still have that clip from earlier? No, I don't. So I'll just get in there again. Of course, full circle back into Bitcoin's price action for the evening. All right. There we go. And yeah, it's still bounced off of there. Has not come back down to retrace yet. We did see a little bit of retracement, and we are seeing some more of this area being filled up as we lost a huge amount of ground over the last 24 hours. So we'll see how fast this gets built back up. Right now, we're sitting at the largest level of support at 86.5. All right. So that's where we're at right now. We're still stuck between 86.5 and 90, 92. I think that's 91, 92, 91 and a half. Let's get back to the chart and take a look. Still range bound between those two areas. Back to the 15-minute. And that juicy dip, man. A little bit. They dipped their fingers in there a little bit. They didn't really scoop anything out. I guess they took a lot. Yeah, they really did take a lot, to be honest. We do still have the entire length of this area still leading down to about 80,000. The last time we looked at 80,500. How much of that remains? Oh, it's been building up too lately too. Holy hell, guys. Look how fast. Wow. Look how fast that's been filled in there. Holy crap. That's as of the 16th. So in about 6 days. 6 days, that's pretty much all filled in there. Other big takeaways we have here, still kind of filling out the board overall. We do have a lot more above us than we do below us, even after those big pushes downward. And yeah, wiping this all off the board. Yeah, we still have to get through 100K, and it's going to be very difficult right now. Maybe we can start to continue to build up this key area here above 80,000. Again, probably going to see some more retests down here as time goes on. Maybe we can get through that and get another level leg up. At some point, guys, they're going to capitulate in. There's $7 trillion sitting on the sidelines, and Bitcoin's only sitting at 1.7 trillion in market cap. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna speculate how much of that is going to get back into crypto. Tola coming in with a $2 super chat. Tola, thank you. Super Mike. You have any words for us, Tola? Thanks so much, Tola. Thank you. Jeez. I gotta get back in the chat and catch up with you guys. But yeah, right now I would say we're still range bound between about 92 and 86.5. Again, we can go back down lower. We do have a lot more down there to chop into if they want to send us down there before the monthly close. They can. I'd be watching Bitcoin until about Friday. I want to remain oversold. I don't want to get too crazy and break through the low 90s even. I want to see us remain low, oversold. I know that's counterintuitive, but usually the best things happen when we remain oversold through a options expiry event. All right. Moving on. What else we got on Bitcoin? Where are we going, guys? Let's get into it. Okay, all right. So cleaning this up from last night. If you guys missed this morning live stream, yeah, I was not expecting another forced sell-off here from the weekend into the weekend. We were going fine up until about Saturday late night. We started dipping down and crashing it into our bear target. Unfortunately, I was actually looking for at least baseline mostly, and or bull, so we didn't get either of those outcomes. So again, I'm taking an L for the first time in a long time. I don't know, it's been like 3 months. I don't know anymore. All right, cleaning everything up on the board. I've been feeling some kind of way, you guys know. all right. So yeah, we're gonna clean this up and get going for another run at the dip, possibly into the evening. Is the pain over? We're still stuck in a channel. Nothing really has changed other than we got a little bit of a low on Bitcoin. We are lower now, about 1.2% lower than we were at Davos, at the thick of Davos. So, all right. Is it going to continue up from here? Are we going to be able to break out and go above 88.5? Let's take a look at the order books again, just briefly. And I'm gonna be back in the studio next week, guys. I'm excited to finally get back to brass tacks and have the studio open so I can burn all the money I want in a safe environment and continue with the rituals. Yes, 88,200 seems to be the area that the bulls are defending the most, with the bears right now sitting at about 89K. All right, so that's going to be the key area they're going to be defending. We already have that on the board. 89.1 as respected here. And 86,000, we're going to be putting that up a little higher at about 88. 88, what is it? 88 flats, 88.2. Yeah, that's about it right there. Yeah, so they're defending that area right now. It's right down the center of the channel. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to put some color on this. Why not? Let's fade this a little bit. There's our center of our, parallel channel. Cool. All right, so that's where we're range bound tonight. Where are we going to go from here? Let's get into it. Guys, don't forget, we do have the open mic coming up for the Patreon here in about an hour, half hour. As soon as I'm done with the live stream, guys, it's pretty much going to be jumping on over there. And about a half hour at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, here we go. Let's get into it first before we jump out of here. Bitcoin price action into the weekend. We're grabbing our ritual sticks, cleaning this up from the weekend. I got to delete all of these and gone and jumping over there. Damn it, I lost a 9. I keep losing things. All right, keep losing a 9. Let's throw this back over there. Put this over here, and yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay, cool. All right, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. Boom. Why is that off? This is 2 a.m. there now. What the heck? I'm on the 15-minute. That's weird. It's glitching out. There we go. Back to the 9 p.m. there. We'll set this back up for 12. Bear with me, guys. I made a mess of my chart like I always do over the weekend. 12, 3. And we'll go back into the morning open on 9. There we go. Of course, if you guys have not seen me do this before, I do, of course, crypto chaos magic every single evening to show you where Bitcoin's likely to going to go. I do it over the weekends as well. Last weekend, it wasn't so great. Let's see where we're going to go into Bitcoin's price action into tomorrow morning for the United States, though. Again, if you haven't seen this before, I put the ritual sticks on the board for you to see what I'm doing. This is, of course, very, very important time frames, all according to psychology in the markets, playing out with the most amount of volatility in the markets. 9, of course, being the open for the foreign markets, roughly around that time. Right around now, these start to run. 12, we have intraday trading. Of course, again, overall sentiment following into intraday trading. You know where Bitcoin's likely to go. With 3 p.m., the close, the rundown, of course, the slowdown on the markets. Open, of course, for the market in America. And we continue this going forward. If you're in Eastern Standard Time, it's pretty easy to tell where Bitcoin's going to go next. All right, moving on. Okay, let's get into it. Bitcoin price action into tomorrow. All right, baseline target on the board. Okay, baseline. We're going to chop around here, maybe come back down a little bit right away. 11, chop around here, get tighter, up until about 12 o'clock, maybe see a little bit of run up to about 88.5. Lose that until about 12:30. Get another retest right around 1 o'clock in the morning. Maybe we touch 89.2. That's all I'm giving for baseline tonight. That's it. All right. Double top there around 2 o'clock. Maybe get a little tight and then start to roll over around 3 a.m. Getting this, of course, chopping this down into the market open on Tuesday. Which, guys, I will not be here for Tuesday. I just want to reiterate that. I'm going to be taking the day off to kind of clear my head from all the drama over the last 4 days, and taking my mom to the doctor. She has a mammogram. I want to just be there for support as well. Okay, that's going to be our baseline target, guys. Baseline target for Bitcoin. Going into tomorrow, bear case scenario, we lose this. We lose this right around 10:30 probably. 10:30, fall back down, retest 87.7, lose that, go down to 87.5, and of course we continue the path down to 86, and even lower would send us down to the juicy bottom of the dip, which is right around 85k right now, and what's left, grab that up and market open. That's fine, whatever. Do it. Do it. I think at this point, we'll reset the market perfectly for the end of the month, and we'll continue that into recovering into February. I think there's going to be a lot more things at play later this week, with looking at the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, which I will be back for, thankfully. Yeah, we do not have the market structure bill tomorrow, which thankfully I won't be here for. But we will have that on Thursday. So by the end of the week, by Friday, we could start to see, either market reaction to Fed meeting or the market structure bill. Hopefully in a positive light. If not, we could start to see more of a breakdown. There's still a lot of macro to get through. So I am starting to feel a little bit more bearish before we get all of these issues resolved here in America. Government shutdown. Also, don't forget that too. There's a lot, guys. Why so bearish? Well, there's a reason. All right. Baseline bear right now on the board. We also got bull case scenario for Bitcoin breaking out, hopefully, right around 10:30 in, of course, the evening. And, getting back to about 90K right around about midnight, 1:30. 1:30, something like that. Maybe we get one more push and try to get to 91.5. I'm not expecting more than that, really. And of course, settle. We start to roll that down right around 3 o'clock into the morning open. Hopefully flipping this top area of our parallel channel into support right around 89 and some change. That would be great. I'd love to see that, but you know what? I don't really want to see it until next month, to be honest. Or at least after Friday. I want to see it on Friday after the albums expire and roll over into Saturday. That's when I want to see it. We do have the first of the month now. I believe it's going to be on a Monday, right? No, that's the second. Okay, so the first is going to be on a Sunday. But that second, guys, I believe is the next full moon. So keep that in mind as well, because the next full moon could be the next time Bitcoin breaks out in a significant fashion. All right, so 88 now, 6 on Bitcoin. Let's go back over to the order books as they proceed into the next trading day. They're getting closer and closer to the afternoon in the foreign market and Japan. Still setting up really strong right now at about 89.2, and that's still on the board reflected here. All right, so getting back into this, what are my thoughts on Bitcoin's price action going into the evening? I still think that we're going to be, Strawberry Dragon say, Hairy Beaver Moon. My God. I love you guys. Yeah, hopefully there's some hairy beavers out there under the full moon coming soon. My God, you guys are insane. 88,600. Again, for those who know the Beaver Moon, that was epic in the past. 88.6 right now on Bitcoin. All right, getting back to that. Let's go to the 1 minute real quick and to see if there's anything developing, some sort of short-term pattern. It looks like there's a little bit of a bull pattern here developing with multiple tiny cup handles, of course, forming in a secular pattern or consecutive pattern. Of course, that would bring us into hopefully a breakout on Bitcoin. I just don't know if it's going to get back above here. It's just going to be probably some short trading pattern to send us into about 89.2, still on top of our baseline target. So I'm not convinced yet we're going to get a significant breakout. Maybe we see, if anything, as bullish as maybe a run up to like 90 or 89.9 or 89.8, right? Of course, just right before hitting that 90K target. I just don't see us hitting that. So I'm still feeling more a baseline bear than anything tonight. That's kind of where I'm landing based on the overall price action we see here. Baseline bear, somewhere between 89.7 and I really don't think it's going to go that low, honestly. I don't think it's going to go down and bring a new low, lower low. Getting in more into that dip, picking up the rest of what's left. I don't think it's going to get that low. Maybe we go down as low as what we saw previously today. If not, maybe we just continue to make some higher lows. I hope. Just kind of going sideways before the market closes on Friday, or at least before Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be kind of a nothing burger day if we don't have anything major in the news. All right, so that's my target, guys. I'm calling for baseline bear tonight. I feel like we're just going to have to wait for some of these narratives to play out. We're going to have to wait for it. All right, guys. So with that being said, let me catch up with you guys in the chat, and then we're going to head over to our Patreon, where, of course, I can talk to all you guys and have a little bit of fun. Maybe I'll crack something tonight. I need something to calm my nerves. It's been so stressful here lately. All right. How to lose Chin-Chan in 5 minutes. Strawberry Dragons. Maybe we have some Weiwu over there too. I'm not allowed to do Weiwu over here on YouTube anymore. I got flagged one night for doing Weiwu, and Ben said I should never do it again. but I can do whatever I want on the other side, which is of course why we have that set up now. Kodabakula says, okay, I won't wait to see if the dip's under 100, then I'll throw some cash out of it. And then I was going to sell 5 ounces today, but other stuff, I can't wait. Yeah, ridiculous, right? Cody, yeah, getting hustled by them, trying to sell off some silver. It's gonna be hard to move that silver, man, if people wanna, right now, they're probably afraid of a pullback. Looks like we did actually get back down a little bit there. It actually went a little lower than my trajectory. A little bit lower than I was looking at. 101.9. I'm still feeling like as some of these global tensions start to cool down, so will this run. So if you guys are sitting on an F ton of profits, you might want to take just a little bit off the table. Just saying. Because at some point I think we're going to see a correction. We always do. 5,077 on gold. That's crazy. Running up to 5,110. Wow. That's insane. What? That's crazy. Since Saturday, it ran up like $100. Crazy. That's crazy. $106. Nuts. Nuts. All right. Crazy, crazy stuff going on gold and silver. Still running. Still running. Let's take a look at the long term macro move there. Yeah, I mean, this is still on track. The pullback actually coming right back down to the pullback too. That is, I mean, it's unhealthy. Either way, it's unhealthy. It's going too fast, but at least it's referring to the going back to the trend line. So watch out for this, guys. It can't hold it forever. Make sure, you are taking some action to protect yourself and not buying the tops too. Wait for a pullback. Wait for a pullback. This could be a pullback. This could be the pullback you want. I still think that, that came back a little low on silver, though. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it did respect it, too. Yeah, almost. A little low. But overall, it respected the trend. That's pretty cool how this stuff works, guys. I'm telling you. I love it. All right. So, a trend's your friend, guys, until it's not. Be careful. Be careful. All right. Getting back in the chat. Where is Cody? Haven't seen him in a while. Yes, Cody's here. Cody's here, guys. Strawberry Dragons. Yes, he's been very busy. Guys, the silver's at 110 right now. Where is Cody? It should be self-explanatory.
We're going to win so much.
Yes.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, he's been busy, guys. He's been busy. Gush Hour says lows. Hey Cody. Looks like a lot's setting at 86.9. Yes, lots setting at 86.9. Defending. I'm not even close to selling anymore, says Brave, until there is a crypto dip so epic I can't say no. Braveheart, you funny. Sounds about right, says Strawberry. Cody says, hello. Been missing in action, studying for stuff, and taking care of life stuff. Yes, Cody, 100%, man. Getting back to business. Yes, back, and I miss you all, says Cody. We miss you too, Cody. We love you. Also, he hasn't been here too because we haven't had Info Hat Tuesdays. This will be the second week in a row. So it is a bit my fault as well, Cody. Ben Lawrence saying phone battery, and it's gone. Yep, it's gone. I know, man. I've had to I had to charge my phone 3 times a day the last 4 days. It has been hell. All right, market most likely priced everything in, says Julian Song. I can't wait for the open mic. The controversial Nebs. Oh boy. The suspense is terrible. I hope it doesn't last. I'll say that. I hope it doesn't last. All right, honestly, it's smoke and mirrors, just another distraction. Yes, guys. Okay, what's up, Otaku? Can you look at Kava, please? Kava? Did you say Kava? I just ate at a Kava the other night, and I had probably the most angelic trip to heaven ever with food. That place was amazing. Yes, I can take a look at Kava for you. Why not? It's been a while since I take a crust anyway. Damn, silver still holding 110.6 on silver. All right, let's see if I can jump into Kava. If it'll let me. Where is my word? Okay, there it is. Oh, whoops. Kava with a K. Kava. Okay, Kava. Market cap USDC on Coinbase. Sure, why not? Let's go. Kava. Man, I could have picked a better chart. Okay, I guess choppy, but we'll get into it. All right, looking at the 30-minute, looking at the 1 hour, just looking for patterns. That makes sense. It, of course, had the that we should start with that for sure. Let's go backtrack to October 10th, see how it handled October 10th. All right, so yeah, it's been whoa. This came out in 2023. Okay, I'm seeing the big picture here. It's just kind of been bleeding ever since. Tokenomics could have a factor of that too, of distribution, yada yada. 1010, probably right there on the edge. Yep, right there on the edge. Damn, this coin looks like it wants to come out of it though. A lot of coins do. It did break out though, as everything else did go sideways out of it. Not everything. No, I should not say it. Not everything did. Kava did squeeze out of it because it's oversold AF already. I'd have to know more. Honestly, I'd have to know more about this project. Let me get over to CoinMarketCap and take a look at it. Look, just to do a quick little health check. Just see what we're dealing with. You can't just look at a chart and be like, oh, I know where it's going to go.
What are you, stupid?
Okay. Kava. Maybe. Sitting at 7 cents, $84 million in market cap. Circulating supply is all fully distributed, but the max supply is infinite. So that is, of course, concerning when it comes to inflation in this asset. I would say by the amount that it's currently sitting at, it probably started at 1 billion tokens and then slowly incurred about 0.08. I'm just taking a guess. I don't know anything about this coin. All right. Moving into what is going on with this project. Quick little thing. Just take a look at the website real quick. I could get into the white paper. I'm not going to be here all day, guys. I got to get it going. We're late. I got 8 minutes, guys. Got to get over there. Leading to the world to Web3. Kava's decentralized blockchain combines the speed and interoperability of Cosmos. I do like me some Cosmos with the developer power of Ethereum. All right. So, build and deploy Rise protocols are the most important value driver of Web3, and that's why Kava's developed Kava Rise, an easy 3-step program to get developers to launch on Kava. All right, so it looks like they're building some sort of interoperability between Cosmos and Ethereum in their ecosystem. They have a roadmap up here. All right, I mean, it's a very legitimate project with tons and tons of partnerships and yada yada yada. Gotcha. All right. So let's take a look at the chart. It's beaten down to death. It is getting a little bit of a squeeze out here, obviously, as every coin has been trying to get out of this 10-10 sell-off on the bear trend. It's going sideways since 10-10. It's not continuing any further. This is basically the bottom where it's sitting at right now. It's literally 0.003 or 4 or 5 away from the absolute bottom that it's ever seen. So could be opportunity of a lifetime. Very interesting. I had to know more about the project. But getting out of this, what we're looking at the short-term time frames before we get over to X real quick, or X, Patreon. If I can get in here and see what's going on. Yep, here in the short time frames, on the 15-minute since the bottom, maybe the 30-minute. There we go. We can see the bottom here. Yep, 7.4 on 4. On a slight uptrend since the beginning of the year. This was on December 18th. It saw that bounce. Right there, and retesting back here. If I can get more of these damn things cleaned up. I wish I had more time. I wish you had more time. Every day I say that with everything now. Everything I wish I had more time. All right, so it's definitely retesting some of these lows back here. This may not be the end for the very, very bottom, but I don't think it really matters for this project. It's been testing the lows here for a while. It's stuck in a lot of different back testing and price action at 107. So yeah, 7 cents 777 right now. It looks like it wants to break out, man. It looks like it wants to break out. It's in a little bit of a bullish pattern right now. Squeeze in here. I'd be betting for a trigger to the upside more than a downside, just where it's currently at. Retesting to about 8 cents within the next. Where are we at? It's 8 a.m., 9 a.m. So maybe about tomorrow morning. I mean, it could go sideways too for a few days too. I mean, nothing says it has to move, but it is definitely getting squeezed here. I don't know. If I was in this project, I don't know where you are. I'd be looking for at least a breakout and a retest, taking us back up to 8 cents. Then maybe another retest to about 208. No, it's almost 9 cents. 2 zeros. I mean, damn, I'm so sick of these coins at 2 zeros. 8 cents, 8 cents 5, 8 cents 5 there. You have a whole bunch of areas you can trade if you're looking to trade. I personally wouldn't trade. I would just invest. Yeah, wait for bright sunny days. You have 2 areas that are, of course, going to be probably looking at here in the next 3 days, with hopefully a return to about 9 cents, maybe 10 cents on Kava. And then hopefully, if we do finally start to see, because this looks just like Bitcoin, guys, be careful. Just make sure that you're following the King Crypto when you're looking at these other assets, because, yeah, it looks just like Bitcoin over the entire course of this year so far. If I get back to that and just show you, yep, the same sort of pattern we just lived through. All right, moving on, guys. Be careful. Nora Bakula, Cody Bakula. Yes, shout out to Cody again, guys. We got to head out. We're late. We got about 4 minutes until we head out over there. I will see you all, guys, in a bit. For, of course, anyone who's in the Patreon. Again, thanks again for all your love and support. I wish this week would have went differently. I don't I don't hold anything against anybody. I think this is all just a big misunderstanding, and hopefully we can clear this up again soon. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. Later. Later.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade a monshot. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more songs and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
All right, guys. I'm hungry. You know what? I haven't eaten much today. Maybe I should have a fortune cookie. Maybe I should eat something, right?
What are you, stupid?
Let's see what we got today. All right. Maybe I should eat something. Maybe. All right. The 4chan for today. It says, "You will die alone." Oh no!
What are you, stupid?
No, it didn't say that. Of course. Your luck will shine in personal relationships. I really hope this comes true, guys. Again, I hate to be in the spot that I've been in. I can't believe this says this. This is ridiculous. But I really do hope that luck will shine in my personal relationships here soon. Wow. All right, guys, have a good one. Take it easy. Just keep it real, and I'll talk to you later. Again, I won't be here tomorrow, so I apologize. I need to step away and just take a day off. It's been crazy. All right, have a good one, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Patreon soon, in a bit. Later.